Hello, and welcome back to Ame Reads. I'm Teresa Garcia, also known as Amehana Arashi, and last month was the month of April, and it was a rather busy period for my YouTube channel. There were several book reviews that I got done and posted up. I got quite a bit of writing done. I got quite a bit of poetry done as well. So this particular video is the audio version of the poems for the month of April, and my Patreon patrons get the chance to watch this first before the video goes public. So with that, we'll start off with April Fool, which was the poem used in the April Fool's video and the voice modified on that. So I will read that with my regular voice so that you can hear it better. April Fool's comes once a year, whether you like or no. You can't hide from me, my dear, I've the key to the window. Bar the door, but you want more, and I'll happily oblige. Halloween brings tricks and treats, but today we must comply to the overthrow of rules, pull down the tottering king, hoist up the laughing fool, then we'll dance in a ring, pranking out our merry way on all that come within our eye, simply because it is the day. So do I tell you a truth or a lie? April Fool's comes once a year, whether you like or no. You can't hide from me, my dear, I've the key to the window. And that was intentionally silly. We move now to Guardian at the Loch. Winter laying, soft and still, gray beneath the leaden sky, mists winding through the trees, up from the loch so dread, fingers running up the back of the hoping tourists pining, wishing for just a glimpse of that wedge-shaped head. Do you know what you ask, pulling there at warp and weft, demanding of the mysteries to make a snarl in the thread, just for you to have a taste of the magic of days gone by, scoffing and hoping in turn for what could be dead. Turn away, O ye man, hang your head and cry, for what was once but is lost, and what is left in its stead. You cut the veins to bleed, lay open the planet's bones, drop poison into the blood, and leave it there to spread. Is it any wonder that we have lost the eyes to see what swims before us now? The woesome guardian said. Yet still you lift your eye, impertinent, lusty, and rude, cast your gaze over the wave, hoping for an eye ruby red. Do you know what you ask, or even what you seek? Is it a monster, or is it meek, gliding soft from bed to bed? The sun finally sets his eye on the water murky cold, sliding down beneath the earth, she and the sea once more to wed. At that moment, once more the gate opens to the realm of man, shadowed echoes again to grow, and in myth be embed. And this next poem is titled, Do You Hear Her Coming? Do you smell her coming? The Sakura asked and raised her head, placing in her bows combs of petals, opening wide her pink-rimmed lids. Do you smell her coming? The ribbons twined in her hair, bows dancing in the wind as she stepped from her lair. Do you smell her coming? Here the grass grazed her feet, and the spring by her chuckled at her voice, hopeful, sweet. Do you smell her coming? The clouds began to dip down low. Precious drops from the sky fell on the fields there below. Do you smell her coming? The other trees with her danced, when the lady blew gently in from the sea where she pranced. Do you smell her coming? Dainty feet then hit their mark on the cherry's upturned face and slipped into her heart. this next one is a bit away from my usual theme of myth. This one is titled A Webtester's Ode to Browserstack. Now, those who know me know of my woes with Browserstack. Pass the fish sticks, pass the rum, get the work done, then watch me run. I want to write, not to fight, and definitely don't want up all night. Browserstack, let's just make nice. And this one is titled Drip, Drip, Drop. Love the sound of the rain falling to the ground, down upon the ground, filling the air with sound, sound, drip, drip, drop. Make the world stop, stop, drip, drip, drop. Now, the Empress has not been published yet. So I am going to save that one because that one was written part as a reply and part to submit to a poem contest with Writer's Digest, which I need to hurry up and do, if I remember right. The fees for entry are $25, so I've got to find that from somewhere. So the Empress I will not read until later. I will look back in the places where I post my poetry and make sure that I actually did not publish it, but I'm pretty certain that I remembered to not post that up. So we will move on instead to It Pleases Me, which is a little tiny haiku which I wrote after someone had told me about how much the haiku sessions had done them good, and it made me feel good. So this is for Imseti. It pleases me to be of some fleeting use and laid a tiny egg. And this last one that I'll read for this particular video is called Lighthouse, and this also is very short. Your life may seem as dark as the deepest reaches of the shifting sea, but there is no way to tell if someone's lighthouse ye be. Thank you again for listening to my poetry, for watching my review videos. I intend to be doing a short video on reviews and the reviewing process. If you like an author, please remember to leave them reviews. And that's one of the reasons why I intend to do a video on just how to do a review in the different styles that I'm aware of. If you like any of my videos, if you like any of my writings, please consider supporting me via my Patreon and becoming a patron. Patrons do usually get first look at my writings. They often get first look at my videos. It helps me out a lot. It helps me make ends meet. It helps me do things for my children that they need done. It also helps me to get back some of the investment that I have placed in using my time on videos and on writing, because an author usually only gets a little bit per book, a little bit per sale. Most authors are not as rich as Stephen King or Anne Rice. Most authors have to find other ways to make ends meet. So I would greatly appreciate if you showed a little support in that arena, but you don't have to. You can also just, write comments on my videos, write comments on my Patreon postings, my different blog postings in different places. You can share my work with your friends. Say, hey, this person does some interesting stuff you might like. There are a bunch of different ways to help support an author that do not require money. So I encourage you not only to think about offering me some of your support, but maybe give a little bit more support to other authors, especially independent authors, people that work with the small publishing houses or that self-publish, because a lot of work goes into any poem, any book, any piece of art that you see someone has put a bit of themselves into. And with that thought, I bid you adieu for now.